On this Friday morning, we're in South Central BC, the beautiful Okanagan region, all set for TSN's live coverage of Skate Canada International.
A new year, new ice, a fresh new start. For Canada's best, it's time for a new identity. Some have been here before, but not together. Some want to declare that their time has come.
Look at the variety in these twizzles. Wow.
And for those inspired by the golden generation, it's time to grab the torch. It's also time to debut something new, for the Ice Prince to return, to prove that you are still the queen. The real Evdokimova Bazin has stood up here tonight. Time to step into the spotlight at the Skate Canada International. It's time.
Skaters are on the ice for the warm-up as we bring you inside Prospera Place, home to the Kelowna Rockets of the Western Hockey League. Good morning, everyone. From Kelowna, I'm Brian Williams. Welcome to TSN and CTV's coverage of Skate Canada International 2019. You know, this great event began way back in 1972 in Calgary. It's the second time it's been here in Kelowna. The first was 2014. Gold medals went to the pairs competition, the Canadians to Hamill and Radford, and in the dance, Weaver and Poget. Now, we're on the air for the next 3.5 hours. We have rhythm dance and the women's short program. And in about 90 minutes from now, I'm looking forward to this. The former world and Canadian champion, Caitlin Osmond, will join me here at the desk. It is always a pleasure to say hello, or in this case, to say good morning to Tracy Wilson and Rod Black. Morning, Rod.
Morning, Brian. Hello, Canada. Here we go again. Another season is upon us. Tracy, welcome back. Here we go. Don't leave me hanging. This is a unique field, probably the most eclectic and most electric that we have seen in quite some time.
Oh, no question, and that's because we've got some of the sport's superstar returning to competition and leading the field here. Russian sensational superstar Evdokimova Bazin in the ladies and the men's, two-time Olympic champion Yuzuru Hanyu and his many fans who have traveled from around the world to watch him.
We're talking thousands. We start with ice dance. The top two teams are no longer around, and those who have followed are been inspired, including last week at Skate America in Las Vegas. Laurence Fournier-Baudry and Nikolai Sorensen won their first ever Grand Prix medal, a bronze.
Laurence and Nikolai are so strong, and that is what has taken them to the podium. They've put up big scores that can have them challenging for top 5 in the world. But here at Skate Canada, Canadian silver medalists Piper Gilles and Paul Poirier are looking to get off to a flying start also in their Grand Prix season.
Speaking of Piper and Paul, with more, let's go down to Sarah Orlesky. Sarah?
Well, they are looking to get off to a great start, and they're also looking to show this season that they are ready to take that next step. They've been on the cusp of breaking into that top tier of dance partnerships, and that's what they want to show. Their goal is to get to the Grand Prix final. They missed out on it last year, finishing 3rd of their Grand Prix events, but also the Worlds are in Montreal. They want to be on the podium. This is going to be a big year. They feel that they are ready to take that next step.
Well, it is a big year. It's a great season. What a way to kick it off here in Kelowna. Coming up, Nicholas Wamsteeker and his partner Haley Sales. Haley Sales hails from Kelowna on home ice at Skate Canada. Coming up next. We are back live in Prospera Place in Kelowna, BC. And the rhythm dance getting ready to roll here just past 11 o'clock Pacific time. Good morning to those of you on the West Coast. Good afternoon to the rest of you in Canada. Can't wait to get this thing going. Again, Piper Gillies and Paul Poirier will skate in the next group, but Canada starts it off in Skate Canada. Why not? The home ice kid.
Representing Canada, Haley Sales and Nicholas Wamsteeker.
Haley Sales grew up here in Kelowna, moved to Vancouver, and she skates with Nicholas Wamsteeker. Team that was 4th at the Nationals last year. And away we go at Skate Canada.
Rhythm dance this season is music that comes from either musicals or operettas. A collection of rhythms can be used, including quick step, blues, march, polka, foxtrot, swing, or Charleston. Opening here with side-by-side twizzles, one of the required elements. So the rhythm dance is a combination of compulsory dance and technical requirements. This is a section called the Finn Step. It was created by Rakkamo and Koko of Finland. All the skaters execute those exact same steps, but they can choose the music. Through the rest of the elements in this short dance. This is the pattern dance, where you can see the requirement is they have to do difficult footwork within each other's arms. Technical panel looking for the difficulty and the quality of the edges, turns, and steps. Interpreting the music of Mamma Mia, a favorite of Haley's.
Now, will I ever learn? I don't know how, but I suddenly lose control. There's a fire in my soul. Just one look and I can hear the wind. One more look and I can dare to breathe. Whoa, Mamma Mia, here I go again. Mama, how can I resist you? Mamma Mia, does it show again? My, just how much I missed you. Mamma Mia, now I really know. My, I can never let you go. Mamma Mia.
Haley and Nick, great start, Rod.
There's Aaron Lowe. His team skates in Burnaby, BC. They represent British Columbia. Nicholas grew up in Winnipeg, and Haley from here in Kelowna. What a thrill to be back home.
There's nothing like it to compete internationally on home ice, flying into their side-by-side twizzles. And this is one area where you can really judge at home to see if they are in unison. The mistakes show up clearly there, but the same thing cannot be said for the compulsory portion of the dance. It's very difficult to pick up the hidden difficulties. We're zooming in here on the blades because that's what the judges are doing, and the technical panel, and how you step that blade down on the ice, the edge that it's on. You can see deep curving edge inches here as they weave side by side. Another required element is the lift, and great little entrance into it, trying to pick up marks for difficulty. I like the way these two have come together as a team, Rod. Fourth in Canada, wanting to get up on the podium. Their skating is looking much more fluid and in sync, really skating as one. They've come together. Great personalities, and we're starting to see that too in their performance on the ice.
She sat in the crowd here in Kelowna in 2014 at Skate Canada and told her mom she wants to do this and be here someday. And Mamma Mia, guess what? She is. Here she is with Nicholas. And their coach, again, they train in Burnaby. First scores, first points put up here in 2019. Again, this is the second of the 6 Grand Prix events, culminating in the Grand Prix final. They skated one of the events last week at Skate America in Las Vegas, and so Sales and Wamsteeker's season gets off with a 63.06.
And that's a decent score, and the top scores will, top skaters will be looking to hit mid-80s.
Carolyn Green and Michael
Here's
Parsons.
Carolyn Green and Michael Parsons from the United States. New team, a unique team in the fact that they come together after they used to skate with siblings. And those partnerships broke up, and these two are now together.
Well, she was with her brother for 8 years, he with his sister for 10 years. And actually, it's really exciting to see how these two have come together so quickly. Used to train together. Skating to music from Cry Baby. So this is the midline step sequence. Difficult turns are required. Edges there, a Choctaw. And while they make it look easy, it is such a punitive part of the dance. Watch how quickly the feet move in this section of the dance. You need to keep the upper body still while your feet are flying.
Carolyn Green, Michael Parsons of the United States. So cool to see so many young kids. We can't wait to see the Canadian kids who are up next. They just happen to be World Junior Champions from Skate Canada International.
Carolyn Green and Michael Parsons, a brand new pairing. She's only 16 years years of age. He is 24. It's interesting, Rod, when you first pair up together, and I think they did a great job of being in sync, but you can never really relax in a performance because you're not 100% sure of how your partner is going to react. Very, very different when you've been skating with a brother or a sister for so long where you never had to think twice. I like these two. I think they have a bright future, good energy. She's very, very mature in her presentation and her ability to get out and compete on this international stage. You see here a little bit of a distance between them. Those are the sort of differences that separate the top teams from the younger teams. Also speed across the ice and the ease with which they move within each other's arms. But again, such a fast flying step sequence in the fin step. It's fun to watch.
Their coaches got them together for a casual skate, liked what they saw. Coming from the same environment, obviously sped up the process. The Baby Shark is out. And, you know, Michael, I can see why he's a Baby Shark guy, because he hails from Maryland, and they're Washington Nationals fans, of course, as they're in the World Series right now. Rocking the Baby Shark. And coming up, there are the World Junior Champions. You are so excited to see these two.
Well, Marjorie and Zach had a terrific career as juniors. Big step to the senior stage, and they're about to take it.
So marks are in for Carolyn Green and Michael Parsons. See how they stack up to the Canadian sales in Wamsteeker.
69.0, a new season's best.
So 69.0. We hear new season's best. Keep in mind that the season has really only begun.
Wow. And they've put up a big score early in their career together, and that bodes well for them, and the big smiles say it all.
Only one other Canadian team has ever won a World Junior Championship in ice dance.
Representing Canada, Lajoie Lagha and Hawayek Baker.
Their names were Tessa Virtue and Scott Moyer. And so these two have big skates to fill, but certainly capable youngsters making the big step up. World Junior Dance Champions Marjorie Lajoie and Zachary Lagha.
Music from West Side Story. Super fast rotation and the twizzle sequence.
kids are all right.
My goodness, did they deliver?
Wow. Marjorie Lajoie, Lagha, Canadian junior champions, world junior champions, big steps, and they delivered. Well, will they be the next great ones in this country? They follow the same path as Virtue and Moyer. Novice champions, junior champions, world junior champions. But this is heady stuff what they're doing here.
Well, they're in good hands with Marie-France Dubré, Patrice Lauzon, also Roman Hagenauer, who choreographed this program, and I loved the musicality. And what these two did for me is they went out and they grabbed my attention. You know, we're sitting back watching them. Can they make that step from junior to senior? And throughout that program, I could see them visibly relax. And as an audience, you could just feel everybody get involved. The music was fast and furious, but they were up to it. At first, I was worried, is this music going to be too big for them and kind of swallow them up? But the opposite happened, and they kind of grew the energy, the intensity throughout the program. She is just so feisty, eh? I mean, she has the elegance and the grace, but she's got this grit, too, that is so exciting.
You know, they've had a chance to skate with the great ones. Been around Tessa and Scott. Zach has a little Scott Moyer, a little flair like that. And you can see where they've been motivated and inspired skating in that great dance factory in Montreal.
And I feel like he's the perfect foil for her and that he keeps her grounded. You know, you see his face, he's a little calmer, a little more of a subdued reaction, and that's probably exactly what she needs. You know, a perfect balance for each other, especially in this rhythm dance. Well done. So they'll be looking to try to break the 70s with a score here.
Their senior Grand Prix debut, their first scores. How would you like to tell people that, hey, we're leading for now?
Excellent. Mission accomplished. They broke the 70s.
Please welcome the next skaters.
Veuillez accueillir les prochains patineurs.
Representing Russia, Sofia Evdokimova and Igor Bazin.
Sophie Evdokimova and Igor Bazin. They've already been skating this season, a 7th place finish. One of the senior events. They are the 3rd ranked team in Russia. Been together for years, since they were 8 and 9 years old.
They've had very little senior international experience in the 2016 Grand Prix season. They did compete at home in Grand Prix Russia, but this is the first GP event since that time. Twizzles to the music of 42nd Street.
In the heart of little old New York, you'll find a thoroughfare. It's the part of little old New York that runs into Times Square. A crazy quill that Wall Street Jack built. If you've got a little time to spare, I'd like to take you there. Come and meet those dancing feet. While the other new one taking you to 42nd Street. Here's the beat of dancing feet. It's a song I love, the melody of 42nd
Well, one Russian team to another Russian team coming up. Final dancers in our first flight still to come, Piper and Paul at the 2019 Skate Canada International. Evdokimova and Bazin, Sophie and Igor, 22-24, been dancing together for 14 years. And so early in the season, the tones are set by your assignments. And what did you think of this assignment for this team?
I think they got through the elements very well. They were strong, but a few little weaknesses in terms of the twizzles, I think, just a little bit far apart. And I found that throughout the dance. They were smooth, they made some nice lines, but between the hips, there's quite a bit of space. And the judges are looking for them to get closer. You can see as the distance between them sort of lessens the degree or the difficulty or the quality. Remember, there's 5 required elements, and so mark is given for the technical difficulty, and that's by the technical panel, and then the judges award a quality of execution of the elements. So that makes up the first score, and then there's the second mark for components, and those two are added together. And so that's how the math works, and the quality marks are super important in the technical difficulty.
You can also follow along at home. Of course, we have the scoring on the screen here. This ISU event, and this feed, by the way, going around the world. So the young Russians getting a chance to be seen at home.
They competed in a Senior B competition prior to the Grand Prix season. Finished 7th, I think, as you said, Rod. The score they got was 66.31 in the short dance. So for the ice dancers, they'll be looking to keep kind of stepping up in terms of the scores.
There's the next Russian team. Must be interesting for the Russian athletes right now, don't you think, competing around the world, not just in skating, but in so many different sports, with the determination coming down, whether there's more sanctions, suspensions regarding the egregious doping scandal that went on in that country. So these poor innocent athletes so often are left kind of watching and waiting and following along, as we all are, and awaiting a decision any day now.
Yeah, and an athlete's greatest challenge is often trying to minimize distractions, and that is one that's a big dark cloud hanging over, especially the Olympic athletes.
Yeah, especially so close to so many major competitions. World Championships, of course, are coming up in the spring here in Montreal in Canada. And then the Olympics, of course, 2022, as they get ready for Beijing. So, you know, those numbers kind of staying in line, not too far away from the number that they had in Mekala.
No, and you know, the improvements are small usually in ice dance, but they're heading in the right direction.
So again, here are the early results. Lajoie Lagha, the Canadians, final team in this first flight. Elena Popova and Sergei Mozgov, again, the Russians. The most inked team that we have seen.
In terms of, the tattoos.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering when tattoos would start to come to skating. Well, this team is taking it to an entirely different level.
And I'd say proud of it.
Yes, they are.
That costume.
Why not?
Do I have to say? Cabaret.
Willkommen, bienvenue, welcome, fremde, étranger, stranger. Glücklich zu sehen, just is enchanté. Happy to see you, bleibe, reste, stay. Willkommen, bienvenue, welcome, im cabaret, au cabaret, tout cabaret. Money makes the world go around, the world go around, the world go around. Money makes the world go around, it makes the world go round. To the relations who feel like the night's entertainment, you can be for years. And to be rich, choose you find you are left by your lover und you moan, you cold by the lot. You can take it on the chin for a cat und begin to recover on your 14 brown and yacht. What? Money makes the world go round, the world go round, the world go round. Money makes the go round, the sad people are short on being poor.
Popova and Mozgov. They finished 4th at the Russian Nationals last year. I liked the choreography. Well executed performance for their rhythm dance.
Coming up, our next flight, Gilles Poirier coming up. Well, we've seen a couple of young Russian teams already, and still ahead we've got Spain, Great Britain, Canada, and 2 American teams, including the Skate America champions from last week in Las Vegas.
Well, interesting to see 2 Russian teams back-to-back. The
Broadway.
team previous, third. This team 4th, the Nationals. I preferred this short dance of the 2. Bettina and Sergei showing, I think, good character throughout the dance and really incorporating the music of cabaret and the character throughout their performance. Angelika Krylova, their coach, choreographer who is here alongside, and yeah, really taking on the character of the dance, and lots of nuances and detail in the positions.
Tina's 21, Sergei is 24. You know, we don't talk about it often, about the athletic side, the academic side that goes to skating, which is sometimes often difficult for skaters. They competed at the World University Games, as a matter of fact, and finished 2nd. So they're not just athletes, but they're also academics. They're also students. That's a tough thing to juggle, especially in this sport, especially when you're traveling the world. They're fond of each other quite much. There we are.
The scores, please.
Les notes, s'il vous plaît.
That is some mustache.
The rhythm dance score, 71.44.
Bettina Popova, Sergei Mozgov
La note pour la
slip
danse
into 3rd, or make that 1st, or they are 1st. Popova and Mozgov slide into 1st place, just ahead of the young Canadians. Russia 71.44, Lajoie Lagha 70.50, and the World Junior Champions are with Sarah.
Your first skate in a senior Grand Prix event, you eclipsed the 70-point mark. Was it mission accomplished when you look at what you were able to do out there today?
Yes, it was our first Grand Prix, and we did a season's best, so just that is very good. And we skated our best, so yeah, we're very happy about it.
Zach, when you look at this weekend in particular, what is it that you're hoping to show the skating world as you guys transition from junior into the senior ranks?
We just want to show that we belong there, even though we're coming out of like the junior circuit. And our young age, because of our young age, we can show like a fresh new style. and this is what we want to show.
Well, congratulations, you two. We look forward to seeing you on Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, their first Grand Prix and their first interview at the Grand Prix level. They passed that. There's Piper and Paul. Seasoned veterans looking to take the torch now after the golden era in ice dance in Canada. Back live, Prospera Place in Kelowna, BC, day one, 2019 Skate Canada International, Flight 2, Rhythm Dance. Paul Poirier and his partner, Piper Gilles, who have been knocking on the door for quite some time. It's just that there's been somebody standing in the door all the time. By the way, two teams that were pretty colorful.
Well, no question, but this is their time and their turn. They've always had super strong material, particularly last year. Their free dance was so memorable, turned heads worldwide. This, a cool rhythm dance to the music of Mac and Mabel, which Torval and Dean used back in the 80s.
Great early season barometer up against the American team of Hubbell and Donohue, the American champions, soared to the podium at the World Championships. So early in the season, they go neck and neck here.
Oh, no question. Maddie and Zach winning Skate America last week, back-to-back Grand Prix, skating to Marilyn Monroe music. Lots of fun in the rhythm dance.
5 teams ahead, including Canada and the United States at Skate Canada International. Back in Kelowna, back with a rhythm dance, back with more excitement here on day one at Skate Canada.
Veuillez accueillir les prochains patineurs.
We've seen some of the young kids. Now we're going to see some of the teams ranked in the There was this Hurtado Khaliavin, team that paired together in 2016. Now skate for Spain.
Skating to Hello Dolly. They were 12th at the Olympic Games and 12th last year also at the World Championships. Right off the top, you notice the difference in quality. Working through the twizzle sequence. This is an area that's always caused them some nervous moments. But you'll see their ease, fluidity, and a natural flow across the ice.
So nice to have you back where you belong. You're looking swell, darling, we can tell. Darling, you're still glowing, you're still growing, you're still going strong. We feel the room sway as the band's playing one of your old favorite songs from way back when. Take her rap, fellas, find her an empty lap, fellas. Darling, you'll never go away. Darling, you'll never go away. Blow your horn and wave. Sing up a great big storm.
Hurtado and Khaliavin. Great choreography, beautiful program, showing signs, though, that it's a little early in the season.
Well, early season, we saw maybe some rust and some sloppiness from a team that's ranked certainly higher than the teams that we had seen earlier, but did not have the refinement of those young teams.
Well, it didn't in this performance. It's a beautiful program, and I love the way they change with the music, but you can see right there off the top in the twizzles, they got separated, so the quality not great in that and quite far apart. The ease of the step sequence right here, beautiful. And look at how they're working their bodies nice and soft while they're having to press and twist and turn on the blade. And I love the way the contrast in that step sequence. But again, the execution of it today let us down, let them down. This program will no doubt take off over the year, but again, early in the season, it just got out of sync, and it's tough to get back on. If one of you's a bit off, then it's a struggle.
And they're a quality team. They've got the pedigree.
Yeah.
And in this borderless world of skating at times, I mean, many teams and skaters, have come from different countries. He is from Moscow, and she is from Madrid. And an opportunity to skate and the chance to go to the Olympics and the World Championships would never have happened in your era, would it? That's a great thing in skating, and so many teams can skate. Chance for glory.
72.7.
So that's about 5 points lower than what they got on a previous outing. So the difficulties showing up clearly in the marks, dropping down to 72.77.
Still good enough for first right now, but keep in mind we have some of the elite teams to come in the world, and that number will not stand up. So they lead. Russia second, the young Canadians third. Here's Lila Fear and Lewis Gibson representing Great Britain, the two-time British champions. 4th season together. Special time for Lila, I would imagine. Her grandmother is from Fernie, BC.
Skating to the Blues Brothers, and I believe if you scan the audience, you'll find her grandmother sitting with the hat on.
Yeah, you can't miss her.
Coming to ya on a dusty road. Good loving, I got a truckload. I'm a soul man. I'm a soul man. I'm a soul man.
Oh yeah, no difficulties there.
music. The Blues Brothers and this great British duo put it together. Crowd loved it.
Romain Hagenauer once again, a musical masterpiece. That was fun to watch.
Piper and Paul, Canada, next. Well, that was fun. And again, they skate in Montreal. Some work with Marie-France Debray, Patrice Lauzon. He is from Scotland. She is from Greenwich, Connecticut.
Well, they have a grandmother in Fernie, BC, as you said. Love Fernie. And also family in Toronto, but she has lived in England with her family for a number of years. Dad has been over there working, and these two met up. I love their style. I think they're picking music that's just so easy to like, and I love the way this collection of music went with this dance, the fin step. It made such sense. Class throughout this performance. Matching lines that are just easy to like, giving us some clarity, but lots of rhythm, lots of syncopation, ease across the ice. What a bright team, and so nice for Great Britain.
Aykroyd and Belushi, Fear and Gibson, Blues Brothers.
There we are.
Rockin' Kelowna. Isn't that terrific? And then, you know, you put something out like this, it becomes one of your signatures. There she is.
Sorry.
You know, it becomes one of your signature pieces. And
That's
people,
it.
then you get, guess what? You get IG'd a lot. You know, you get on YouTube, and you know, everywhere you go, people start wearing these hats.
And her grandma has such a great sense of humor. Granddaughter bringing it out on the ice.
Let's see what the numbers suggest.
The British dance score, 76.
And the Spanish were leading no longer.
Stephanie Hanlon, Marie-France Debray. They got another fine team.
76.67 leaders, Great Britain.
Please welcome the next skaters.
Veuillez accueillir les prochains patineurs.
Representing Canada, Piper Gilles and Paul Poirier.
Another new season for these two. Unencumbered in front of them. It's their time. It's their path. Now all they have to do, as they say, something to prove in the world. Climb the ladder. Here we go.
Movies were movies when you paid a dime to escape. Cheering the hero and hissing the man in the cape. Romance and action and thrills. Partner cars gold in them hills. Movies were movies when I ran the show. When I ran the show.
see the numbers that they piled up in the top left. Technically, artistically, everything.
Quality. That is the skate they wanted here in Kelowna. Piper Gilles, Paul Poirier.
This is a team that has been relegated, if you will, to second place in so many years on the podium, or third place, or bronze medals, because they had to skate behind Tessa and Scott and Caitlin and Andrew and others. And finally, this is their time. And guess what? They've arrived at the perfect time.
And while they may have finished second and third, they always pushed the teams ahead of them. Their technical expertise. And look at as they blast through the twizzle section there. You know, this program was just so full of sophisticated position changes, choreography. Look at the detail in this. The arms, the leg extension, skating close together, but again, total ease and speed. You know, the one thing when you are in the arena, you have the benefit of really feeling the top teams and the speed and how they are almost pushing the boards out.
Yeah, it doesn't translate as much on television, does it?
Not so much, but with these two, you feel it right away. It sits you, just kind of sit back in your chair and go, wow, I am particularly drawn to this piece of music, again made famous by the great Torvill and Dean, and these two worked their magic to it. Coach Carol Lane, Yuris Razguliev, and John Lane, and you know, the work they put into finding unique material, crowds worldwide look forward to seeing what these two come up with each year, because it's never the same. It's never the same old Gilles and Poirier.
Yeah, this is, you saw the numbers. This is, they love these numbers. Why not?
You know, that's cracking the top five, knocking on the podium at the World Championships kind of score.
That is making an early season statement in a big way. Leaders, Canada. Two American teams to skate now. And the rhythm dance, setting up the free dance for tomorrow. Look at the number, 82.58.
America, Madison Hubbell and Zachary Donohue.
So pressure on. Madison Hubbell and Zach Donohue, it's your serve now. They hit the jackpot last week in Vegas. They won Skate America. And so they ride into here with some momentum.
Madison loves Marilyn Monroe. She said, doesn't matter who she's with, Marilyn's always the star. She said this, Zach is her Joe DiMaggio. Starting with a little Cole Porter.
While tearing off a game of golf, I may make a play for the caddy, but when I do, I don't follow through, 'cause my heart belongs to Daddy. Yes, my heart belongs to Daddy, so I simply couldn't be bad. Yes, my heart belongs to Daddy. Dad, 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 dad. So I want
Blades like a hot knife through butter. They are floating.
I know that you're perfectly swell, that my heart belongs to Daddy. 'Cause my Daddy, he treats it so.
If you say something is taboo, that's the thing I want to do. Do it black and blue. Let's be bad. Guns and gangsters, swimming fly.
skates, boy, head-to-head here.
Boy,
It is so tough. Marilyn Monroe against the whole tournament.
Unbelievable. These
Classic.
two, so impressive, improved. Wow. Can't wait to see what the judges think.
If you are a skating fan and you follow through the years, you've got to love this team. The improvements they have made. Madison Hubbell and Zachary Donohue. Tribute to Marilyn Monroe.
Oh boy, she's good, eh? And they, one of the things with these two, both equally strong, powerful, and they push each other in the performance. But, you know, sorry, Marilyn, I couldn't take my eyes off of him. Zach has improved so much. Look at the line of his back and the sophisticated movements, the ease. You know, he's got this grace and ease, but no question, strength, backbone. You know, it was a carefree performance, full of technical difficulty, charm, character.
That my heart belongs to Daddy. 'Cause my
And again, a performance that filled the ice. Here's the fin step. Look how close their feet are. You know, side by each, hip to hip, within each other's arms, and moving full speed. It was excellent.
Very similar story to Piper and Paul. They also, you know, skated in the wings in the shadows in the U.S. for a while. Now it's their time. So remember, Piper and Paul had 82.58. In Skate America, they were 84.97. Let's see what they did this week here in Kelowna, BC.
83.21.
So lower than last week, but higher than the Canadians, and it's so close. We're talking, here's now Marilyn Monroe today, Lady Gaga tomorrow when they do A Star Is Born. Looking forward to that.
Please welcome the final competitors.
Boy, it's close.
Veuillez accueillir les derniers patineurs.
Really
Representing
close.
the United States of America, Caitlin Hawayek and Jean-Luc Baker.
Caitlin Hawayek and Jean-Luc Baker trying to make it closer. Former World Junior champions. Third ranked at the U.S. Nationals this past season. They are coming off an early season competition as well, the Nablehorn Trophy. Well, we've seen it all here today. Why not?
Take you back, Rod?
Takes me back a long time. close, technically. Kind of resembles one of the brothers Gibb, doesn't he?
Oh, my goodness.
The Bee Gees. Saturday Night Fever, a little Friday night dancing here in Kelowna. Well, one thing we've also noticed, a lot of different songs. We've noticed a lot of the male skaters rocking the beard these days, including this team and Jean-Luc Baker doing a little Tony Manero, John Travolta.
Yeah, and really you can see their personalities, and both great kids, and off the ice they're quite a bit different. I've noticed in the past than on the ice, and now we're actually starting to see some of their true character. They like to have a lot of fun. Another program choreographed by Romain Hagenauer, and I have to mention his name again because I think the quality of this competition he was in part responsible for it, because such great work, and these two really bringing it to life here.
You think Romain stays up at night and has these songs flowing through his brain as he's trying to go to sleep? I mean, he has so many different, such a great variety. They were terrific. And even in their bows after, they stayed in character. And there's Marie-France and Patrice. This American team that skates in Montreal with Hubbell and Donohue and so many others. So here is the moment of truth.
79.
They like that number.
75 was their highest at Nebelhorn. 79. Fantastic.
And they are in third. This sets up a terrific skate tomorrow. The free dance here in Kelowna. So we have a Canadian team that's sandwiched between the two American teams. Hubbell and Donohue, skate American champions, just barely less than a point ahead of Gilles and Poirier, Hawayek and Baker. And then the other Canadians, Lajoie and Lagha in 7th, Sales and Wamsteeker, who started it off in 10th. Piper and Paul in line for a medal, maybe tomorrow for gold. And they are with Sarah.
Piper and Paul, you sit second right now, and Rod used the term statement, trying to make a statement here. What do you hope that the statement was after that skate?
I think we made a big statement showing that we're here, we're ready to compete. I think in the past, Paul and I on our first competition, we always make some little tiny mistake that's costly. So this was a huge monkey off our back to be able to come here and do exactly what we've been doing in training. So, you know, we're here to win, and we're not far.
And that seems to be the motto and the mindset for this entire season, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think for us at this point, we've done everything. We've been to 7 World Championships together now. We've done an Olympic Games. And for us now, it's about not just participating, but winning. And I think we're really confident. We're confident in our material, in our programs, and we're confident in the training that we've done to prepare for this competition. So I think we're really excited for tomorrow, and we're really going to try to push it.
Well, you could tell that the fans loved it. Thank you so much, you two.
Thank you so much.
Well, still ahead on day one. Dance complete. Busy day here. Women's short program. Canadians in the field and some Korean and Russian teenage sensations coming up next from Kelowna.
I'm Marjorie.
I'm Zachary.
Take 1.
This is Paul.
And this is Piper.
This is Nicholas.
And this is Haley.
You're totally showing me your thing. I'm like looking away, like, you know, when you're playing cards.
Not good.
And you're like, you can totally see the other player's cards, so you're like looking like this. So you don't cheat. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got it.
We're doing well.
What did you say? I didn't get first in Canada. I got 4th.
Oh.
Thanks for the reminder.
You won't get this.
No. 3, 2, 1. I don't know. Yeah, I thought that was a good answer.
Not even close. Ready?
So that's the 9 or 6 November. I never remember that.
1, 2, 3. You were learning German for like a hot second.
Yeah, I know like 2 words.
Go. Go.
Okay. Ah, 15.
Oh. What?
J'ai 21.
That's why I never receive any gift on my birthday.
It's not true.
Okay, one. Oh, ancient Greece?
That's close.
The rise of Athens. Okay, well, I just feel like I saw Greece and that was that.
I'll go on like a time of day. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, what time of day?
I'm going with breakfast.
Okay.
I don't know.
Let's see. Oh yeah, I nailed it.
So,
You do not. He doesn't do a wink face. So he's thumbs up.
thumbs up. No, I like that one.
Oh,
That's
okay, we're
A-okay.
both wrong then. Okay, ready? What do you do?
Oh, so good.
Oh, yes!
3, 2, 1.
Oh, cookie dough.
Coffee, like coffee gelato.
Oh, I thought you get cookie dough.
No, I'm trying to watch my figure a little bit.
1, 2, 3, go.
Yes. What did you say?
What the? J'ai dit cat or tiger.
No. I'm a panda guy. I love pandas. They're so cute.
Oh, that's priceless. Okay, I want to play with. Okay, who is the greatest commentator ever and will be buying me a nice bottle of Kelowna wine tonight?
That's right. Only if you spell my name right.
There you go.
You did.
There you
Okay,
go.
wine's on me.
Oh, well, that was fun. That was it's great to see those kids having so much fun here and having fun on the ice. And, you know, here's the thing. Remember, in Canada, this is still early morning, and for some of these kids having to deal with jet lag and all that, I'll tell you what, they put it down and they performed.
Oh, I just love the tempo that the International Skating Union picked for the dancers. And again, because we got to see some of their personalities.
Lajoie Lagha, the World Junior Champions. Hey, it's not easy to take your first steps at the senior level.
It is not, and you could actually feel their tension when they got onto the ice, and visibly they relaxed throughout and just had a terrific skate here in their rhythm dance. And Marjorie and Zach showing why they are junior world champions and taking a big step here.
And then Gilles and Poirier ahead, skating in front of the American team, knowing that they are, you know, head-to-head with them, and they were really happy with their numbers.
Well, no kidding. And Piper mentioned in her interview, Rod, that they've often early in the season made a mistake that has proved to be very, very costly. So to be able to go out and skate this kind of a performance with that kind of energy and no mistake, they really are pushing the top team here, Hubbell and Donohue of the United States.
And Hubbell and Donohue did not disappoint, skated right after, and we've got a separation of less than a point, first and second.
And you and I have always talked about how much we like this team, and noticeably they have improved dramatically over the season. This very intricate, ethereal short dance playing the character so well. And a virtual tie. I mean, there's less than a point heading into the free dance tomorrow. So
can't make a mistake tomorrow.
No, that's it.
Twizzle's got to be on. Everything's got to be on. And, you know, it's your first statement again in your free dance in the season. Can't wait for that. Can't wait for the women's short program to come from beautiful Kelowna, BC. Coming up next, you know who's in the house?
A world champion.
Caitlin Osmond.